say. 2 count. Everybody, it's time for the show. 2 count, we about that go. Best in the Midwest, and we up next. Go and ring the bell, refs, cause here we go. Comedy meets wrestling. Yeah, we doing our own thing. Squared circle and a microphone. 2 count on everything. Can you smell what we're cooking now? Other shows, they ain't got that style profile. And while we strut, arm raised with 2 fingers up. JR, Big Ace, Tommy 2, they something else. This show be dynamite. Next level, top shelf. I'm like, welcome to the show. 2 count. Welcome to the show.
About that, we've almost got it done. We've almost got that open done. There's just a couple more things to do, but boy, it's pretty slick now. Hello, everybody. Those of you that are watching, you might notice that Big Ace is not here. Well, that was not our big news.
He's dead again.
But holy cow, unbelievable. As you can see, 2 of our favorite people are here. Tim Nela, the Nela World Order. He is here. He's going to talk to us a little bit about the Madhouse show in Rochester coming up in 2 weeks. As you can see,
does he have to?
Yeah, because he's going to end up kicking your ass. And then it's how it is. Anyway, the point is, Whitney McCallister is also here with us yet again, and it's awesome that you're able to be with us again. And I just want to. I kind of want to wait for Ace, but it's like, hi, Tina. I don't know if we should wait for Ace because I don't know.
I think we should. It's probably more important to Ace for the announcement.
Okay,
well, the rest of us.
We'll wait. But
no.
Having said that, it is fantastic to have Tim Nela back with us. Tim, I'm assuming that you have been
lied, everybody. It's not fantastic to have Tim back.
Yeah, that's true. I'm assuming that you've been working hard. That the fans in Rochester are going to be super happy to see you. Maybe get that title from Gable Galileo.
JR, here's the thing. I told myself
let me talk on this for a second here. There's no way in hell that Tim Nela is walking out of November 9th, no mixer, Madhouse, with that title. There's not a way in hell that he's going to do it. No chance.
How do you figure?
How do I figure? You've had like 3 matches in your whole entire career. No, not even. You've had 2 matches in your whole career. Is that right? I mean, come on, dude. Gable Galileo is an absolute stud of a human being. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. None.
Tom, to be fair, that's 2 more matches than you've had.
Am I fucking wrestling?
No, but you try to insert yourself in anything that's going on.
Not everything.
I said,
how dare you talk to me like this, okay?
As JR just inserted himself into that conversation.
Exactly. Thank you, Whitney. Yes,
I'm
exactly
I'm just trying to be the voice of reason here. And Tom,
there's no such
I know.
thing.
See, here's the thing. I know that Tim Nela is focused. I know he's focused. And all you do, Tom, and you do this, is just you try to stir the pot.
How dare you, first of all? Okay. You're interrupting Tim again for the second time now. Okay.
I just want
This is
to be quiet a minute.
I cannot believe that you've decided that you're going to just go ahead and talk over Tim Nela like this. I mean, my God.
Look at that. The comments show their logo now. That's pretty cool. That's a new thing.
Oh, that's cool.
It is pretty
That's
cool.
super
Awesome.
cool.
I
love it.
What do you got to say for yourself
JR.
now?
Tim
JR, can we
goddamn
acknowledge
Nela.
the
There's the
fact-
boss saying it right there.
I mean,
Can we acknowledge the fact,
JR, you're interrupting Tim Nela again. Would you please?
Okay, Thomas, that's 3 times already now that you've interrupted
I have
me.
not interrupted
And
you a single
what
time. Okay, I've just been
As you
speaking.
interrupted me again. Zach takes. See, okay, so here's what I'll say.
How am I
I told
talking shit,
myself-
Zach?
We'll do that. There you go, Tom. Tim, go ahead. Speak.
JR, what I was going to say
I can
is
unmute my own mic. Yes.
I had no intentions on talking trash to Top Shelf today. I wanted to acknowledge Whitney McCallister because I have not seen her in a long time.
Mhm.
And the last time I seen her was all over my TV screen on Monday Night Raw. I wanted to acknowledge JR because you're going to be the headliner for Laugh It Up 2 the night before No Mixer. I was also going to acknowledge Thomas because you're going to be on Laugh It Up 2 as well. I'm in a great mood. I didn't even want to talk about what happened the last time I was in the ring when your buddy Golden Weasel put me through a door.
Golden God.
And last time I checked, I've been in the ring with him once, and it's Nela 1, Weasel 0. But didn't want to talk about that. I'm just saying, and I've only had 2 matches. But either way, no, I'm just grateful to be here. You know, I mean, like, Whitney's here. You know, I don't know where Ace is. I seen Ace earlier. I don't believe he has COVID because I was with him.
You can confirm Ace is alive this week.
Ace is alive. I was with Ace earlier. We were at Town. He's one of our sponsors. I was with him. He is alive. Well, he was alive 2 hours ago.
What'd you do to him, JR?
I didn't do anything to him. He was here when you and I were both here, and he was here.
The real question is,
Then he
Tim,
started
what
crying.
did you do to Ace?
Mellows.
I hear something.
What did you do
Hear
to Ace?
something. Oh, you're going to accuse me.
Yes.
Thomas,
You're the last one to saw him.
Thomas, we need to establish something here. I still would be Team Top Shelf if your boys didn't turn their back on me.
My boys?
Your boys.
First of all, you turn your back on us, and you know it. Don't even act like this.
Tim
Okay?
is jet lagged. Tim was just in LA yesterday. And yes, Tim right now sounds like, because I've been yelling at people like Thomas all day long, and I need to stop doing that because I need to calm myself down.
By the way, Tom, when was the last time you were in LA?
First of all, I don't go to that hellhole of a city. All right. It's below me. Okay. Top Shelf, LA. Okay. Next question, dipshit.
Where are you right now?
I'm in Minneapolis, you motherfucker. I'm in a real town. Okay. Oh, what are you laughing about, Tim? I'm sorry. I can't be in Rochester all the time.
Look at it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Boom ski.
Woo!
Look how crowded
My
this is.
favorite redhead.
Let's do this. We'll do that.
Help me, Ace.
Yeah, put him at the bottom. That's where he belongs.
Oh, really?
As I'm on the
Really?
bottom too. I know. I noticed that also, but it's okay.
Remember how you were part of Team Top Shelf?
Then we'll do this. Then we'll do this. There we
Team
go.
Top Shelf has
better.
been irrelevant since I've left. No one even talks about Team
The
Top Shelf.
fuck it has. First of all, we're bigger than we ever have been. We're better than we ever have been. Look at
How do you
Aiden's dirty ass
figure?
apartment. Okay, we're better
The
without
only
you.
person I know in Team Top Shelf is you, and that
I
says enough.
No, first of all, we've grown in numbers. Whitney is still part of Team Top Shelf. You didn't know that, did you?
I don't think she knows that.
I'm on the fence of the shelf.
All right, Whitney, you're not helping it at this point, okay? And I'm pissed off about it.
The
All right.
fence of the
What's
show.
in my mood for the day?
Anyhow, no, we still got Bryce, the Golden God, Jordan. Okay,
I've already beaten him. Next,
we got
Weasel.
Brandon the Shank Eubanks on Team
Shank.
Top
Who
Shelf.
doesn't love Shanky? Who doesn't
Yeah.
love Shanky?
Exactly.
Shake's my boy.
Yeah. I got Nerdy still. He still wants to be around Top Shelf because he is Top Shelf. Okay.
I've got to meet everyone in a couple weeks and fill out the vibes. Okay, I got to see.
That's exactly it. Yeah. Whitney's going to be there in Rochester with us.
Mhm.
She'll be Nella World Order.
Sure.
quickly.
Right.
Team
Right.
Top Shelf doesn't party like NWO parties. Clearly.
Yeah.
I'll bet you $5 Tom ends up getting slapped in the mug.
Oh, $5? I'm gonna
Yeah.
slap you in the fucking mug next time I see you, you old bastard. How about November 8th? I slap you in the mug. Yeah,
It'll be
fucking
fine
old
as long
prick.
as it's after you shit all over the stage with your lousy set.
Shut up. Also, we got the Hale twins. They want to be part of Team Top Shelf. They're part of Team Top Shelf. And more importantly, former open weight champion at Absolute Pro Wrestling, Vicious Victor Payne, turning out he's Team Top Shelf. Come on now. Don't act like we're somehow irrelevant, Tim.
Here's the
Listen,
thing.
I can't be a part of something that's just open invitation. We need to be
See,
a little
that's
more
it.
exclusive. if that's what we're doing.
Whitney.
I would like to know
You know
Tom.
what I mean? We gotta have
I would like to know.
Right?
Yes, there are a lot of good talent in your stable, if you will. But I'd like to know who has asked you and you've turned down.
First of all,
Nobody,
haven't
right?
asked-
Nobody else
they
has
haven't asked me. No. They have not asked me. Okay. I have specifically gone to these talented, upstanding people. Okay. And I've asked them one by one, saying, hey, Hale twins, Briar and Sage, you guys are champions. Y'all are champions. Come on. How about you ride with the Team Top Shelf? And you know what they said? Almost as quickly as I asked the question, they said yes. Can you blame them, though? Can you blame them? I mean, look how, first of all, no disrespect to Tim Nela or yourself, JR, or Ace when he gets back out here and stuff like that. But, I mean, outside of Whitney, I'm definitely the next best looking person on this panel tonight. I mean, come on.
I feel so bad because I've never put forth any effort into looking any kind of good when I come on here. Next week I'll try. The week after that I'll try. We'll try
You don't
something
need
new.
to. I mean, if the bar is only to look better than Tom, I mean, you can shave your cat's butt and put it up there, and we'll think it's better looking than Tom.
JR, my camera could be off, and I'd look better than Tom.
All right, here. You know what? I do
gonna
not
talk about
need this kind of bullshit harassment. Okay?
Oops. Sorry.
I thought you had a costume on tonight, Thomas. That's what I thought. I mean,
I'm sorry,
It's
say that
spooky
again?
season. It's spooky season.
You thought I had a costume on?
I thought you had a costume on. I thought you were playing Chucky.
Zach's
You
right.
I don't know.
racist fuck.
Ooh,
Just all
Never.
redheads are not Chucky, you asshole. Okay? Don't act like this. Do
This-
not act like this, Tim Nella.
it's
Okay?
spooky season. Don't say that now. It's spooky season. Come on now.
You know what?
Duh.
You're just trying to get me riled up. You're trying to get me upset. I don't need this in my life, Tim.
Don't
I don't
fall
need
for
you in
it,
my life.
Tom.
I'm glad you're not part of Team Top Shelf. You never deserved it in the first place, okay? I was trying to be nice. I was trying to
Trying to be
mend
nice.
fences and build bridges and shit like that. No.
JR, at this rate, Malice is about to be the next comedian, and I'm going to replace Thomas because, I mean,
I'm telling you.
I'm seeing more comedy from Malice in the comments than I'm seeing from you right now, Thomas. This is your audition right now.
Oh, this is
Right
my
now?
audition. You
This
already
is your
booked me,
audition
you
right now.
asshole.
Yeah, and I can unbook you.
Oh, can you now? Can you?
Hold on, let me do it.
I'm sorry, that looked like a salute there.
Just like that. I'm joking. That's comedy. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
No, I'm in a great mood. I'm in a
You
great
see
mood.
how
I'm
that
excited.
hit just flat as shit there, Tim? Yeah.
Thomas, I'm on your side.
Oh, are you? When did this
We
happen?
really all are on your side, Tom. I mean, the reality is that you need friends, and
I don't need friends. No.
Can I hold on? Off topic. I gotta say this real quick because I was thinking of Whitney last night because I was watching Raw.
Of course you were.
And-
Of course you were. Uh-huh.
Well,
Wink, wink.
because
uh-huh.
I'm
Right.
a pro wrestling fan, and so as Jey Uso's coming down,
Oh,
there
no.
was a young lady in the front. It wasn't Whitney,
Yeah.
and she tried to do what Whitney did with Jey Uso, and Jay wasn't having it, and I was just like, oh my goodness, like she was right there. She had the whole selfie thing. Jay wanted nothing to do with it. Went straight in the ring, and I was like, you know what? Clearly, he has a favorite, and it wasn't that.
he knows. Yeah,
Stop it. I can feel my face turning red.
Just saying, I
He knows
know
who the good luck charm is.
I am. The first Raw I miss loses title.
See, look at
Window!
Clint Ty.
crazy.
That's right. It's a top shelf show because I'm on it. Exactly. Clint gets it.
You notice the only thing that's changed is Whitney and I are a part of the show. Sorry.
Ace is still trying to get his stuff together, guys. For those of you that were waiting for this big announcement, we want to make it, but we want to make sure that Ace is back. He's got something cooking. Are you available now?
Yeah, come on.
Yes. Ladies
Holy
and gentlemen, those of you who thought Ace had passed on last week, he is here right now. And Mikey Two Milks, how are you? The big announcement. I'm going to let you make it, Ace. I'm going to prepare.
Hang. Just
Oh
shut
my
up.
No, I can't.
This has been
he died
just
last week, and now he comes back with fucking attitude. Jesus,
this has been like the biggest pain in my whole Mac just crashed, and then the laptop's being a little fucking asshole right now too. So I'm gonna send you a picture, JR, and actually, hang on a second.
Well, now he's gone again.
he died. Another death.
Boy.
I feel like he hates us all.
Gone
I just
forever.
want to hear this
Yeah,
announcement.
you
Are we
guys
in
all
trouble?
hear how much
I don't know what's going
hatred
on, to be
and just
honest with
annoyance
you.
he had in his voice and his tone? I didn't appreciate that at
because-
all.
I
You know,
personally
because
thought it
Thomas-
was his favorite until now.
You come and make this all this fancy shit, Tom, and you do all this fancy shit talking. And Ace is trying his hardest to make sure everything is perfect for this announcement. And you help absolutely zero.
Is Thomas leaving the show? Is that the
Well,
announcement? Please.
I hinted at that, but no, he's unfortunately not.
Is he
First of
taking
all,
a break? Hiatus? I mean, come on,
Tim.
something.
Tim,
We were-
stop talking for a second and just listen. Okay. They can't get rid of me because they know who brings in the fucking viewership. Okay. They
Yeah,
know.
Whitney. Whoops.
I mean, yes, on weeks that she's here, she brings in the viewership. I'm not going to lie about that. But every week that Whitney is
trying.
not here, that is fucking crazy. Freddie Freeman with another jack tonight. Jesus.
people-
Luke Creighton, by the way, giving us our sports updates, giving us the
People
Anthony
like to
Edwards
come-
dropped 24 points already.
People like to come to this show when they're feeling sick to their stomachs, like they're afraid they maybe swallowed something poison, and they don't have syrup of Ipecac, so they can listen to Tom speak.
Oh, because I
See,
make them
exactly.
ill. Is
That
what
would
you're
make
saying,
anybody
JR?
vomit. That little prancy, whatever the hell it is you just did there.
Poor Tom.
Thank you, Whitney. You
I
have
feel
always
bad
been my
when
favorite.
JR's mean to you. It makes me want to be mean to him, but then I feel bad being mean to him because he's old.
Don't
No
ever feel bad about being mean to JR.
Well,
First
I
of all,
do.
he's a dickhead. Second of all, he's old as shit and he deserves it, okay? Because he's heard all
Tim,
the
I
bad
can't
things.
do this.
He's
What do
heard
I
most of the
do?
bad things, okay? You have no. I'm pretty sure because JR grew up in Iowa. I'm pretty sure he says the N word in his sleep.
What?
Still, okay?
Hey,
I'm just saying. This is JR.
Hey,
I'm just saying. I'm
What we
just throwing
doing
it out there. Luke
What we
Raven gives us
doing?
some more sports updates. The Wild are up 3-2
Well,
on the
tell him to
Penguins.
sweat
And 9
everybody
minutes to go in the
canceled.
second. Thank you, Luke Raven. I'm just saying. Look at him.
No wonder
Come on.
Ace left us. Well, everybody's just fighting today.
Yep, Tom.
I'm
Yeah,
just,
Tom.
Luke. Come on.
I mean,
now.
I'll be
Does-
honest with you. Last week we got along pretty well because we had a common enemy, which was Ace's death, or so-called death. And then Whitney came on and really helped because
Helped.
I mean, let's be honest.
I had us
Tom and I
all
could.
over the place.
Oh, I know, but look, Tom and I could have gone maybe 20 minutes before we started getting at each other, and then anybody would have gone right downhill.
No.
It did
would've
go
been
downhill.
fine.
We talked about my dating record, my dating life. We talked about
Yes.
all kinds of really bad things.
Yeah,
any,
it was
any more
awesome.
criminals in your life, Whitney?
No. Criminal free, that's me.
Zach Takes. I was looking into that earlier. That's my
Yeah,
calling.
we're going to
That's my-
talk about that a little bit.
That's my calling, JR. It's my calling.
Oh, dude.
Well, you're not really indie. You're barely started. I mean, you might as well just go to the Performance Center under their NIL deal and some of that.
Did you see what
Vicious
Mike
Victor
just
Payne
wrote?
in the house, everybody. Team Top Shelf, faux life. You hear it, you see it right there. Top Shelf, Team Top Shelf for life with the Y. You know it.
That's
He's
like
the man.
getting a terrible, terrible neck tattoo that you can never get rid of, Victor.
Do not talk to Victor Payne in such condescending tone there, JR. Okay?
I'm not condescending. I like the guy.
It sounded very condescending to me. Anybody else in the
No,
panel?
I'm just no.
Oh, no, not at all. No.
Whatever, Tim Nella. Okay.
I'm staying out of this one.
No.
No,
Smart
Whitney.
move there, gambler.
I'm
All
still
right.
here.
So Whitney, how is the clothing sales going?
Well, I haven't been doing it lately. I know I can't get over how long my name has gotten on this show.
Gambler, St. Whitney, Posh, McCallister, yeet. Everybody,
You got it all.
she can't change it now because she doesn't
I
know
didn't
how
realize
yet.
that, and I don't mean it. I don't mean it. I mean it was like, like one that like Cody Rhodes has.
Yeah, don't worry. Victor Payne will be there in Rochester too, JR. He'll kick the shit out of you without my help, all right?
No, he won't.
Fuck you.
He's a respectful human being, unlike yourself.
Dan, first of all, what did I tell you? Don't talk to me or about me like that, okay? That's fucking rude. That's inconsiderate. And you lose dumb bets all the time, okay? Like, hey, Dan, I bet you can't open your fucking hand up. Clear you can't, you gimp motherfucker. How about that?
That makes perfect sense, Luke.
Yeah, they don't want you. Well, they
You guys are
can't
stressing
have you.
me
They can't
out.
afford you.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Stressing everybody
So,
out. Yeah,
I'm in a great mood. Great
What
mood.
are the
We're all
rules
in
on
great mood.
drinking during this podcast? Because I think I'm gonna have to start drinking when I do this.
Oh,
with
you're
you guys.
allowed to
all
drink.
Sure now?
You're
These are all
believe me.
beers.
You're
I'm
allowed
gonna
to drink.
have to take a commercial break and go to my fridge.
I have a banner right here that says Shanky's Whip. I have another banner behind that's for Summit Extra Pale Ale. So you're fine.
I gotta
You can-
decorate my little area.
Feel free to hop up and go into into your refrigerator at any point.
I'll have
With this
Elliot-
rhetoric
would
that
you
Thomas
like
is
me-
spewing, you think he's sober? No, he wouldn't be talking like this if he was sober.
First of all,
Thomas knows
Tim.
better. What?
First of all, Tim,
What?
you've never seen me drunk. How dare you?
You've never seen
Okay.
you sober either. So,
Yeah, maybe he's never seen you sober.
Whitney, would you like me to send you one of these "Stop the Golden Weasel" signs you can put
Fucking
back behind you?
audacity of this fucking crowd right now. Are you serious? Y'all think I'm fucking hammered right now? My word,
yes.
I'm
Your
an
face
upper
is getting
Midwestern
red, are
through
you?
and through, okay? I literally fucking piss excellence and drink it down like it's a fucking swill.
You drink
that
piss?
you motherfuckers can't handle, okay?
You
That's what I
drink
heard
piss?
too.
No. Just
You just said you did.
throwing out analogies. God damn it, JR.
This show goes bananas when Ace is not here. Woo!
Kind of
Vic's gonna
does.
be in town.
We cannot
Oh,
be
yeah.
trusted.
Luke Raven saying I'm 3 stars, which is more than Tim Nella's
No, I
ever
don't
going to
think
get in the
that's what
match.
he's saying. I think he's posted something that our chat can't handle. Not that it's bad, just that it. That,
Bless you.
Thank
Dave
you.
Metzler, my last match got 5 stars according to Dave. I'm just saying.
oh,
No, it
Just saying.
didn't.
I'm
No,
just
it
saying.
did not.
I'm just saying. There was suspense. There was drama.
mhm,
There was a great finish.
mhm.
I mean, Thomas, the difference between you and I is I'm actually a needle mover.
Oh, here we
It's
go.
proven. Tell me I'm not. Tell me I'm not. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't know.
Where's
You're
yours?
using the same rhetoric that fucking Roman Reigns uses, so I don't know. Are you really that much of a needle mover?
Tell me I'm not.
You're not. Nela is not a needle mover. Period.
How do you figure?
You're a ticket mover in Rochester, and that's it. Okay.
Okay. All right. So we'll find out when I take the belt on the road. How about that?
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
How
Again,
about that?
listen. What do you want for odds about you actually winning the title? Okay. I mean, if you're so willing to bet on yourself, like let's see it. Like, what do you want? What do you want for odds?
I mean, what do you have to offer? I mean, I don't want to be a part of Team Top Shelf because then I'd be taking a step back.
Don't worry. The offer is never going to be there again, Tim. Okay.
Matter of fact, I didn't even know I was a part of Team Top Shelf.
Don't.
Whitney, you're
Don't
right. I mean, it's
do
literally
not-
like it's like Halloween. It's just the buckets in front of the house. You just grab it, whatever it is. I mean, like there's
No, we
no
need an application process. This needs to be exclusive.
nothing about it's exclusive. The members that are a part of it don't even know they're members.
It makes me think of like Lamborghini, how like one time Lamborghini said they don't do commercials because their customers aren't at home sitting on the couch watching TV. Like that's how Team Top Shelf needs to be.
There's a hosted Applebee's that has been accepted to be top shelf.
Yeah, the kid at Menards was part of Team Top Shelf.
First
yeah.
of all, you both think I go to fucking Applebee's or Menards. I will fucking cut both of you, okay? I
Maybe
swear
Home
to God.
Depot. Maybe Home Depot. Either way, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, that's right.
Look
Because
like a
Tom doesn't.
Lowe's guy to me.
Victor
You
knows
know-
he's part of Team Top Shelf. Victor Payne, everybody. He knows. Damn, I am.
See
I'm
now,
gonna
or is
print up
Roman
Team
using
Top Shelf
Tim's?
applications.
If we had a top shelf application,
You think we'd have any people?
no, because nobody wouldn't go to the effort of filling out anything for him.
Oh man.
You know the qualifications? A pulse. That's it. I mean, like, I think
First of-
Ace's discounts part of Team Top Shelf. I don't know.
Listen,
Ace-
like we
discounts
got
birthday the other
Tina
day.
reacting in the chat right now. I can tell you right now that she's probably wanted to be part of Team Top Shelf since the moment she met me. Never going to be. Okay, she's
No, she
mid-level.
never did. Because you know why she never did? Because you just automatically started calling her mid shelf.
I called her mid-level. That's what she is. She's always going to be
thought you
mid-level.
said
She's never going to
mid-shelf.
be
I thought you
advancing
said
past
mid-shelf.
mid-level.
You don't need you're so whacked out of your melon. You
There
don't even know what you
are
call
zero
people.
qualifications to be a part of Team Top Shelf.
That is
Zero.
not true.
Zero. You have no standards at all.
What are you talking about?
What is
Title-
rule number 1 of Team Top Shelf? What's rule number 1? You gotta have rules. What's rule number 1?
Rule number 1?
Act like you're
Hey,
not
Millie,
in
shut
Team
his
Top
fucking
Shelf.
mouth. Okay, that's rule number 1. Okay, bud? How about that? You like that rule?
Mom's team top shelf, but Tim's about to be like top of the mountain.
Whitney, I swear to God.
Right?
See-
See what I'm
you see
saying? I
that?
can't be trusted. I'm so back and forth. I don't know what I
I
want
know
to do.
you are
No,
all
Steve-
over the place
oh,
right now,
you're
and I'm
perfect.
You see
pissed
that?
off.
There you go. Dan knows. Dan knows. Will Ospreay started the whole Team Top Shelf.
He did not start.
Luke Raven, they don't have team uniforms.
They don't even have
nothing.
it. They don't even have. The only thing they have is this thing here that looks weird.
It's the Top Shelf salute, you fuck. It's
Do we
not
have a
weird.
secret handshake?
You have
No,
a
they don't
mascot.
have
It's
no. They
Garfield.
just do this. They do
Your
this shit
mascot
to
is
everybody.
Garfield, a fat cat. I mean,
First of
you
all,
guys aren't
no one
even
likes
an official
Garfield,
team.
Tim.
Nobody likes Team Top Shelf. It's over.
False.
It's done.
Sweet.
Matter
Oh.
of fact, let me see Golden Weasel on Saturday the 9th. Let me see Golden Weasel. If he survives Tupu, which we all know he's not going to,
Oh,
if I run across the Weasel, just warn
Tim?
that boy. Yes.
Tim,
Yeah,
do you
no.
know that I have 250 of these signs?
Get 250 more.
I
Everybody in
I
Rochester will
can't
have
get
it.
them in time, but everybody at that show is gonna have a Stop the Golden Weasel sign, and we're gonna put that dude in his place.
See, I'm nervous to meet him because if I call him the Golden Weasel, I'm gonna feel really bad.
No. Don't look.
Just because
you
it's
don't
all
call
I
him
hear
Nobody
on
knows.
here.
over
No,
knows.
you don't call him the Golden Weasel because here's the thing, and I've said this and I will continue to say it. As a wrestler, as an athlete, he's really fantastic. As a human being, he's a weasel. And that's where in it lies.
Don't make me the big one.
Such
He's
bullshit.
a,
that you
he's
talk
a
like
great
this.
wrestler. Can't beat me. He's a great wrestler, though. Great wrestler. Give him all the credit. Can't beat me, but great wrestler.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
I got to share the top with Whitney.
I don't want to be up there. I'm freaking out.
You don't want to be down there with Thomas.
Why?
You guys
Why
are
must you
stressing me
talk
out
to me
tonight.
like
I need
this?
a beer.
Why do you think you can talk to me like this, Tim? This is my show. Okay.
I mean, if we
What's that? I didn't hear you. What's that? I didn't hear you. What?
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm
Where's
petty as shit, Tim. Nela, go ahead. What
I'm
now?
on another level tonight. That was a bit much.
you see that,
Really
right?
dramatic.
Tom
All right.
Tom takes his little
All right. Can you hear me?
We can hear
Yes.
you, Ace.
All right. This has been just, sometimes there's signs, right? And
Yeah.
it has been the biggest pain in my fucking ass to get on the show tonight.
Oh, is this the
So
sign that
I'm
you're
just
gonna-
saying, what the fuck, Whitney?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, right. You see this kind of heat, Whitney? This
Dude,
is why you
it's
I'm
like-
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just saying. It has been an
Tom,
ordeal.
keep me out of here now. I'm mad.
And
Oh, you want to
and
go? You want to go
it
too?
go figures that it happens when we actually have important shit to do. So I apologize to everybody that both computers didn't want to work. I finally have it going. Fuck prep tonight, I guess. I got one thing up for one segment because everything else went fucking haywire. So, all right. JR's on his phone. Tim and Tom are fighting, which fucking called that one when we booked this show. Whitney's here. Everybody's lucky. We have some stuff to talk about. Sorry. So we'll do the announcement, or did you?
Nope.
We have not done the announcement yet.
So we'll do this announcement. Real quick, though. Friday, 1 week from this Friday, get your tickets for this show. Friday night, sell them to Tim. If you haven't, post a link to the Eventbrite for the comedy show tickets. These two jabronis are going to host it.
I want to say this real quick. Like, I just want to say, you're not going to see any of this kind of bullshit at that show. From me, anyway. I don't know I don't know about Tom, but I'm not going to do any of this side by side bullshit. I have an act to do. I'll do my act.
Here's the other thing. This is also a Tim Nela presents. So there's clearly one boss on Friday night next week, and he's the man that is sitting next to Whitney. So with that said,
you got that, Thomas?
I'm very excited.
Shut up, Tim.
I'm very, very excited for that night. And then, of course, we have the show on Saturday night. Reserve seats basically gone. So way to fucking go, Rochester. And everyone coming from out of town, because sounds like it is a shitload of people coming from out of town, Whitney included. So it's going to be very interesting. This is going to be the first time that we're all going to be in the same room at the same time, which will also play into this big announcement. So
I'm so excited for this announcement.
You didn't get those tickets yet? What the fuck, Vicious? Which also this week at Big Show Waterloo, we'll get more into that too later tonight. Me and Tom will be there. Don't miss out. Absolute Pro Wrestling. It's Gold Rush 3?
Gold Rush 3.
Fucking third. The third. Anyways. So very excited for November 8th and 9th when all of us are going to be together, because the 2 count's a very special thing. This all started with JR, right? He knew I did wrestling podcasting. We both did.
Amen, brother.
No worries, bro. We know you're coming. It just was right time, right? COVID was happening. The show I had been a part of for like 3 years, and then the non-wrestling show that I was a part of for like a good full year with Tim, the Stationary Astronauts, all that had come to an end by this time. So JR starts the show with me that is called Mask Comedian X Cast. And then by the way, there were people online guessing if that's the announcement. If we're bringing back the Mask Comedian X, and be real fucking honest with you guys,
bro.
I would love that to be the announcement, but it's not.
Yeah,
I would love nothing more than JR have to be in that fucking lucha mask for 2 hours every fucking week again. In his defense, I had been pushing for a custom-made one that actually fit his head.
I got a blue one that fits better, but the red one that we did the branding and all the red was masked with red. So
you come to Mexico, they're huge when you get them at the Mexico stands, right, Tom?
See.
Put it on a minute, Tom.
Oh God, here we go.
Oh, don't do it! You haven't put it on since they've. Oh, wait, they've lost 2 in a row. That's right. Forgot about that. I'm so checked out on the NFL season right now, guys.
I'm done.
Oh, that's awesome. Just leave
Whitney,
it on.
You know.
He's never looked so good, guys.
He does look his best
Tim.
right now. He does look his best. Right now.
Purple. That's hurtful. It's also really impossible to hear right now.
You have beautiful golden eyes.
I'm gonna get mask. Wow. Well, Mouse. Wow.
We know what Mike and Tom are doing after the show next week. Oh, that's hilarious. Anyways, so we did the show for like a year.
Bunch of hateful motherfuckers.
And had a really good time and had a decent little following. One of them was Tom in the comment sections. And then Tom got fired from his radio show. He was
surprised.
So JR and I are like, fuck it. Let's open up our big arms and be like, hey, man, we got a home for you.
And look how well it worked out for you, huh?
So well.
Did you get fired tonight? Is that the announcement?
That we have to change shit up again.
Tim, if you talk one more time, I'm muting your mic, or I might just boot you from the show. All right, we can be done with your segment right now. I don't give a shit, dude.
Tim's here all night. There is no segment. Tim's here all night.
Hey, I'll boot him next Friday.
And hang on. This is about to all play in too. So Tom joins the show. It adds a third dynamic. You know, shooting from the hip here. Like, yes, Top Shelf was born. Yes, an interesting gimmick, but all bullshit aside, it's add, some character to what we're doing here. And now in the last month, if you've noticed, we've been running tighter shows, more content, better content, not just three of us being idiots for 2 hours. But along the way, we've made a lot of really special friends. Tim being one of the first. He had his bachelor party on this show.
Yes.
Hey, Tim
Divorced
was here.
now.
Tim,
Whatever.
Tim was here before.
It must have been
Probably because you had your bachelor party on a podcast.
One of them.
And I'm assuming, JR, you did the opening, right? So everybody heard the theme song already.
Oh, yeah.
And I had the pleasure of being able to hang out with these boys Sunday night at Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
But we've become good friends with people like a Tim Nela, like a Nerd D, like a DJ Hayes, like a Whitney McCallister. Mm-hmm. Also, shout out to Dan and Stacy if they're in the chat. Wonderful hanging out with those guys before Stevie Wonder, and they didn't have to. They were so gracious enough. They bought me dinner and a drink.
Oh, wow.
I told them not.
See, now you wish you would have gone, Tom.
Yeah.
I was helping a friend move, so I got karma points. Okay.
Well, either way, we had a
outright dick tonight. So
Stevie Wonder would not want to see you, Tom.
No.
Oh, Stevie Wonder wish he could see anybody, motherfucker.
Which, by the way, phenomenal show. If you ever have the chance, it is worth whatever money you're willing to. It's worth any money to spend to see Stevie Wonder live once. This is just an incredible person. So, it was a legendary night. It really was. But again, we have really good friends with this show. They're regulars. You see them all the time. We've also made really good friends with Absolute Pro Wrestling, which Tom and I are very much a part of, as well as Madhouse Wrestling, which I'm very much a part of, and now these knuckleheads are all coming along. So it's been a long, crazy trip up until this point. We've all had a goal that we would like to do a live show come SummerSlam weekend in Minneapolis and have people actually come see us live and do this on stage. That's the goal. So that's why things have changed a little bit recently. And now the next big change, and that's what we're going to announce here, is we are adding another member to the team. We've always joked that a lot of these people who are regular guests are honorary members and all that good stuff, which they very much are. They all are family. Timmy, Nela, DJ Hayes. But it just happened to work really well when we brought Whitney on the show. So with that being said, she was kind enough to accept the invitation to join the 2 Count officially, and you will now see Whitney basically. Oh, geez, right there.
Cartoon head.
Look at that nose ring. I don't know if I like that now that I see it.
Oh,
Should I take it out?
What? Wait a minute. You can't change that now. You just got it.
This is big news. Let's go.
I'm excited.
When you got a cartoon head. Oh my goodness. This show just became that much more
about it.
So
now we have to beg Nerd D to recut this.
Yeah. Either that or I'll just auto tune in. And
just have my little face jump around the screen. You don't have to say anything. Just let me dance around it. That's fine.
Now, real quick, did you debut the video? Do you have that back yet?
Yeah.
So I didn't see it.
I debuted it and doctored it. Do you want to watch it?
I would love that.
Okay.
If y'all would entertain me.
What type of video?
Ace has been gone for months. Okay.
I was dead last week with COVID.
Here we go.
Welcome to the show. Oh yeah. Welcome to the show. Yeah. Okay. Everybody, it's time for the show. 2 Count, we about that go. Best in the Midwest, and we up next. Go and ring the bell, ref, cause here we go. Comedy meets wrestling. Yeah, we doing our own thing. Squared circle and a microphone. 2 Count on everything. Can you smell what we're cooking now? Other shows, they ain't got that style profile. And while we strut, arm raised with 2 fingers up. JR, Big Ace, Tommy 2, they something else. This show be dynamite. Next level, top shelf. I'm like, ah. Welcome to the show. 2 Count. Welcome to the show.
anyways, then it goes on, and there's stuff. So I will have that same voice guy that did our other stuff. I'll just rework it. We'll include Whitney. We'll include everything else. And I'll do a little more monkeying around with that video part, and then we'll have us a killer opening.
You could just put her over Tommy. Just saying. I'm kidding.
Let's see how it works with the.
I really was curious.
Whitney, yeah.
I was really curious if we would have just not said anything other than Whitney is now officially 2 count. If how many people would have just been like, so like, is she being added though, or like you guys getting rid of Tom?
Why would it be me? Why
don't
would
ask me. Ask the viewers.
Ask the listeners.
Why would anybody want to get rid of me?
They are the ones that ask. Also, real quick, just to get this out there, November 30th, Survivor Series, we will be doing a live watch along. Now, okay, Whitney is a bit further away from the rest of us.
Too bad. You need to be there, Whitney. You need to be there. Too bad.
Not expected to make her way up here for some of these watch alongs.
She's not going to get her tickets for some Survivor Series anyway. She's probably going to be there live.
Are you?
Is it in Canada?
It is in Canada.
I might be. Maybe I'll beep my way through. Hey, on my way to the front row.
There you go. But very exciting news. We will be doing this live on Twitch, on YouTube, on Twitter.
Damn, Victor Payne.
What up, Victor Payne? Oh, fuck you, bro. That's
Victor Payne. Fuck yeah, top shelf all the way, baby.
I love this big announcement. That just made my night. That made my night. That's awesome.
Yeah, but we're gonna do a live watch along together in the same room, live from DJ Hayes' studio and Nerd D studio up in St. Paul, Minnesota. I believe it's Fair Play Entertainment was called, also with green screen. I can't remember that other studio, but the facilities are fucking sweet. I went and toured it right before Stevie Wonder, so he's got us scheduled for that. We're going to be there, and one guest already being announced, and that is DJ Hayes is going to sit and hang out with us during Survivor Series and Hell in this or War Games. So put that on your calendar.
Awesome.
Love you, Vicious. Love you. So yeah, Whitney, you can't get rid of us now.
I don't know how you found me. I've officially been kidnapped to the team.
Twitter.
To be honest,
of all pretty gals who follow wrestling.
Sometimes.
To be honest,
when it's wrestling, but then also cowboys, it's kind of hard to be like, well, I gotta follow this person.
And cats.
That's got to be why.
I don't know if the cats was in play at that point yet, though.
Here's the thing. She just was seamlessly on with us for your eulogy show last week.
And I haven't watched it yet.
Don't watch it. Last week was such a shit show. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Not a shit show. We were fucking fine. We were on point.
Come in bed, turned on my little thing. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna get in there and talk shit in the chat, get people all riled up, and they're like, "You want to come on?" I'm like, "Of course I do."
That's how we knew you were okay with being part of the crew.
Well, I get on used to her, just like I'm like, we can't have this.
You know that you were going to be there this weekend.
Water, yes, sir. We get to see Clint die 2 weekends in a row, which
I'm out of town.
But he's coming to Rochester.
No one really asked you, Tim. No one.
Where
really
you going, Tim? I'm asking. I'm nosy.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh shit, you in Lawler country?
Mm-hmm.
Down.
I would bring top shelf with me, but
JR, how would Kaufman say? Down in
Memphis, Tennessee. You're gonna peel the corn and wash your potatoes. This is soap, SOAP soap. You wash the filth off of you.
You know, the fact that he took that fucking Brainbuster or Tombstone or whatever he took from Lawler and just didn't move till he was at the hospital. Not
anymore, Ryan.
It was Sable this weekend, though. That was a nice costume.
I did so good. I'm proud of that.
Was that Sable or was that Beth Phoenix?
Wow.
Dude, don't insult me like that. No,
I'm not trying.
Shit out of me, but
I'm not trying. I'm the one that.
Wait, she did what?
I said, don't insult me like that. Beth Phoenix would whoop the shit out of me, but that was Sable. Thank you.
It was Sable. Yeah,
that was my vote. What were the options that you had put up again?
Sable, and then I have a Christina Aguilera.
From the Dirty video, though.
From the Dirty video. The only reason that didn't get chosen is it was way too cold. I was like, that is not happening. That belt kept me warm all night. I wore that belt all night long.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, those things. What?
Did you see all the pictures I posted from former ones? I was really proud of Charlotte, too.
Oh, yeah. I remember seeing that one last year.
Yeah, your rundown.
Was it last year?
Ryan, was that at MAW? If so, I believe our good friend Austin Bayless was up there supplying some of the. I don't know if he had the ring or the bear.
He'll be the next weekend too.
He will be with us. Yeah, he'll be with us in November, and that'll be the other thing. Now that we've done this, and now that Whitney's coming, good old Clint Dye Tag Team Photography. We're gonna need some official 2-count photos taken. If you have a couple minutes,
Tom will pay you.
He will pay you whatever you ask.
Listen, Clint is the absolute part of Team Top Shelf, by the way. So I'm just letting you guys know.
This is why I can't be Team Top Shelf. Is if you're letting everyone in, Tom, it doesn't fucking mean anything.
All right, Whitney, hold on. You do not know Clint Dye, so okay. Now go find his work. Tag Team Photography. He's phenomenal.
I'm bringing applications with me to this, and anyone that you tell me is Team Top Shelf is gonna have to fill out an application. I'm gonna have to give the yay or nay at the end of the night.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Wendy, you can just join NWO. I mean, there's actually applications,
start my own team.
qualifications.
Everybody just come be Team Wild Whitney. Woo.
See, the funny thing is, there's actually
Whitney.
a bar for Team NWO. Team Top Shelf.
The Poshmark partiers.
That's actually pretty good, JR.
I know.
Pretty good. Also, team or no one. Tim, sorry, I was trying to think of your name for a second there. I kind of forgot it because you don't matter in my world. Yeah, no one really wants to be part of your party, dude. No one wants to go.
Doesn't JR, doesn't everybody have an NWO shirt on?
I will say this though. I will give Tom
your friends.
Listen, I will give Tom something, right? Because I do feel he's been getting picked on a lot lately.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want Tom to get hurt again.
No.
So I will give him something. This was Sunday night.
Is that Tom right there with the hat on?
That is not Tom, but that is Nerd D and DJ Hayes. But I didn't even know he was doing that till after the picture.
Is he trying to dust something off of your hat?
Nerd D just knows, JR. Don't act like that, all right? He knows he's Top Shelf. He doesn't have to do the Top Shelf salute. Yeah, he does. And what also happened, by the way?
Hey, now hang on a second. Don't go crazy. I gave you something. Don't take it too far, Tom.
I was just going to say, who did he shout out when he performed before that first wrestling show at Mall of America? Was it you, JR? Was it you? Was it anybody else in that whole vast rotunda at Mall of America?
Here's a better question, though. Who other than you knew that it was a shout out to you?
It doesn't matter. First of all, you both did, and Devin was there. That's three. That's
Devin was watching something on his phone.
Along with Nerd D.
Yeah, he was. It's hilarious, Devin. I love my nephew, but holy shit. How do you pay this much money to go to shit, to look at your phone most of the fucking night? Oh my God.
He shouted out Top Shelf.
He got excited and yelled at us, but he fucking did this inside the ring.
Yeah.
At Tom,
and it was, to be fair, it was pretty cool.
It was like, it was like fucking fangirls seeing Michael Jackson. Like, they almost had to carry Tom out.
I mean, I'm sorry. Again, you all didn't get the shout out.
We also didn't, whatever.
Thank you, Tovar. Exactly. I'm the only reason he watches. Now, Tovar's a good friend of mine. I'm happy that him and his Audrey will move into their house. You guys should go check out their YouTube channel, Independent DIY. They're going to have some great stuff coming up for you guys. So
I'm glad you get another place, by the way, Steven.
And in all fairness, Tovar roasts you half of the time he's in the chat room. So
of course he does. That's why
he loves coming there. Of course he loves coming to watch you on the show.
Yes.
But anyways, yeah. So there. That's the announcement. Whitney's officially going to be here. Now, the one thing I will say this. We've always made it a really big deal about how, like, very rarely do any of us ever miss shows. But in the last, like, 3 months between me, JR, and Tom, there's just been a lot of really, like, fucking crazy weeks. Very just stressful times between all three of us in our careers and just shit. So, it kind of helps take a little pressure off us. So if
saying I got nothing going on?
No. We're just saying it helps have a fourth head. Because now, if someone can't make it, we still got 3 of us to go around. There's that head. Yep.
Hooray!
I'm so happy with that.
Fuck's sakes, if you stop wearing that nose ring now.
Seeing it in the picture, I don't feel like I like it.
I'm not made of money, you guys. I can't keep changing this shit around.
Do you know how much you pays for those, Whitney?
That's a $95 cartoon head right there.
Can I be an honorary host then, JR? Can I get a cartoon, an honorary one? Don't ask Top Shelf because he's gonna say no because he's a player hater.
I'm not a player hater. I am a you hater.
Send me a proper picture that you like. It has to be it has to be in your entire head. That's one of the reasons I had a hard time with Whitney was because every picture of hers cut top of her head off, and the guy.
I got a 9 head. I do all my photos at an angle. I got a big forehead, yo.
You know what we need?
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's just hard to make a cartoon head.
Tim, he literally asked me to pick a picture. I sent him one. He goes, "Well, what about this one? Why are you asking me if you already got one picked? Why are you asking me? You can choose the one you've got."
Because the one you sent me had the head cut off.
Hello, look at that.
The head.
Not that bad.
Look at this.
Yeah, look. Yeah, he
There are
wins.
no expectations out of you.
Quit.
You're old. It's fine.
Keep it going, Whitney. Keep it going. Fucking body blow. Keep it going.
I'm done.
Here's the other thing too. Whitney has
money.
just as much control over all the 2-count social media accounts now as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see something you really, really don't like, it's still probably Tom.
Yeah, Tom does a lot of playing around with that social media. You know, where he'll post something and then he'll feign that he's outraged that somebody posted it. He does that a lot.
Am I just allowed to go live on like the Instagram and just rant like I did eating pumpkin pie last night?
Heck yeah, if you want to.
You say your drunk rants for your own Instagram, and then you worry about.
Here we go.
I know you're not starting in on me. Why don't we both take turns going live on the freaking Instagram and see who gets more views, Tom?
I know it's not going to be me, Whitney. Okay.
Quick. Don't give me your bullshit, okay? Not the one. I'm gonna get on the Instagram right now.
Oh my god! How are you not in wrestling?
I like her.
Are you not a heel?
I like her.
You'd be such a good heel. I know I would.
You would.
The only problem is I just feel guilty. I feel
Lies.
bad. I really do feel bad.
You're guilty is like 2 days later. You're kind of like, oh, whatever.
I know. I got to really commit to it. I have a problem committing to it. Like now, I feel really bad. I was mean to Tom.
Why?
No, you shouldn't. Don't feel bad about being mean to me.
Okay.
No one else does.
You're just saying that because I was right and you know it, and you don't.
Well, no, it also means he's gonna just be mean to you eventually because he's.
Oh, don't be mean to me.
Yes.
You know what these problems?
Tis the show, Whitney. Tis the show.
You don't want a permanent enemy on this show. I'm telling you that right now.
I will tell you this: there might be a few events though that we tend to go to that we may have to like twist Whitney's arm to come now. I mean, you're coming here, but. You know, Hall of Fame weekend might have to be something you join us for this year if we're doing another show. And then you're going to have to come to Bridge City Slam with us next year now, too. So
okay.
That's way close. That's way closer to you than a
Bridge
lot of
City's
stuff.
way closer to you than a lot of stuff, yeah.
The drive next weekend or the weekend after, it's only like 6 hours. I feel like that's, I saw that.
Are you coming Friday night?
Yeah, I'll be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll be at the comedy show and then, yeah, the show.
Which shout out, there might be an even like unpromoted and kind of half unorganized breakfast Sunday morning at Townies with some talent.
Yeah.
Hey, all right. Handguns.
Tom,
all right.
Tom.
It's a whole fucking weekend, guys. It's a whole fucking weekend.
Tom, Sunday is exclusive. Unlike Team Top Shelf, so you have to actually make the list.
First of all, Tim, I don't even know why you're going on this shit right now.
Hang on. First of all, before we get in, because I think you're going to say something that it plays into one of our segments, Tim. because I think you were about to say something about the Jericho Cruise. Were you? Hold that
See,
thought.
this is why we're the best
Hold
tag team in the world.
that
Go
thought.
ahead.
This is why the fucking connection.
God,
Hey, Team Red Panda is still alive. I'm still down.
barely.
I'm still down, bro. Rawr. And then
That team better die right now.
So hold on. That was fucking oddly fucking cute and weird at the same time.
Anyways, before we get into what you were going to say, because it's going to play in with our this day in pro wrestling history, we should touch a little bit on, because Tim is officially, I mean, he's part of the fam, but he's a guest as well tonight, since both of these two are guests tonight. Just next Tuesday, Whitney is not a guest no more; she's just a host. So we don't.
I'm still a guest today.
So we don't have to be as nice. No, you're a host. You're a host.
I better stay in the lane tonight.
Whitney, can I tell you something, by the way, too?
No, thank you.
Oh, all right. Well,
Carry on.
I was just going to let you know that you now
This is
have to
gonna be
pay for your own merchandise for the 2 count, so you don't get
this-
anything for free. Because we
You
ought to
could
pay
give
for ours.
me 50 shirts for free, and I could probably sell them all, Tom. So don't think you're gonna one up me.
I'm
But
not.
by the
trying
way-
to interrupt you. What? I was
By
just.
the way, there's a lot of special people that are going to have some shirts here very soon, exclusively from us.
Where
By
are
the
the
way,
Team Top
I-
Shelf shirts? Everybody's probably got one of those.
No, there's no.
Oh, there are none? I don't know what's worse, everyone having one or them not existing.
First of
You
all,
need to be in high
a bunch
demand.
of
Nobody
NWO
asked me
Nela's
for 'em.
World Order shirts out there, so you acting like I'm
Huh?
not fucking exclusive because I don't have fucking
Hey,
shirts.
Hey,
Fucking
I've
Nela
seen
World
this
Order's all
kid
over the fucking
sell
place.
multiple shirts out his fucking trunk. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's too good to fucking sell them online. You just got to sell them from his trunk.
No, he
Sounds
does
like fucking
he does
CD dealer.
Pre-order for the people.
hang on, he does pre-orders online, which if you go to his social media, you could pre-order your NWO Wolf and
Bra patch.
NWO Nela, whatever you're calling it. Sorry, Nela. You go order that right now. But he also sold a shitload of merch in July at the show. Just throwing
There
that
are merch
out there.
sales at the show, right?
Yeah,
Right.
Mhm.
We're bringing dollar
Bring
bills.
some of your
I'm buying one of
Poshmark stuff and
everybody.
you can get rid of it, I'll bet you.
Yeah, bring
Of
some Team
course.
Top Shelf merch. Actually, don't do it. Don't do it. You're gonna waste your time. You're not selling anything. You might as
By
well
the
sell
way-
out and just
Wait,
do
hang
an
on.
NWO.
We need to make a little shelf. We need to make like a 4-case like bookshelf, like a miniature one, and put like JR in the bottom, and then me, and then Ace, and then Tom. That's your little top shelf. That could be your top shelf.
Well, wait a minute. How did you get
We're
to
at the
determine
bottom.
the pecking order?
I know I'm not even here yet, technically, till next week, but I'm definitely like number 3. I'm definitely above you. I have to be.
Solid
Sorry.
point there, Whitney. Everybody's above JR. He's the oldest man on Twitch.
have
That's
to-
his only
yeah.
fucking claim to fame right now.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's also headlining the show at Townies on November 8th.
Anyway, Ace, you weren't here last week, so the top shelf supporters limited edition 2 count T-shirts are all done
Oh, yay.
and they're ready to roll. So
You
I
made 2 of them.
No, Tim. This is a totally separate thing. This is we only made a handful of them.
They're for special friends of the show that are going to get one of these.
Oh,
Tim, you
I
have
understand
one. You have one coming.
And
Oh, that was a very sad. Oh,
he's like, so
Tim's just
Tim-
pissed that it says top
Tim
shelf
and
supporter
Whitney,
on it.
you both were on that list. Okay, you guys got. And there's some other great people who are on that list, and I don't know. It's going to be an ordeal getting it to everybody, but
Well, we'll take a bunch of them down with us to Rochester, and depending on well, we can talk after the show, but depending on what you need, Tom can maybe stop by on Saturday and grab a couple with him to take down with him with a Waterloo.
Maybe.
Or not. I don't give a
I
shit.
got other shit. I got a lot of shit going on Saturday, man.
Yeah, like what? Asking the guy at the car wash if he wants to be
you
top
got to
shelf.
wait till Saturday to go pick them up.
That's
You
what
can pick
that's
'em up
what JR
Friday.
is saying. I'm not saying that, but
You can
oh,
pick 'em
no,
up Friday.
JR
I don't give a shit when you pick them up. You can come over after the show. I don't care.
I'm not gonna run all the way to your place. No, JR, just to let you know, my Saturday is very busy because I'm gonna help my grandmother move into assisted living. So there, do you feel like an asshole now?
Not
I
at all.
said, why don't you
No,
let
you're
him
not
move
on
you?
Not at
Saturday.
all.
No, you're-
Whitney.
No.
Whitney.
I would
Whitney.
never
Not at
do
all,
that to my
because
grandmother.
I don't know how you're going to get down to do the Absolute show and help your grandmother at the same time. What's she
Nobody
got?
cares if
Just-
he's putting his grandma
she
at
got a-
home.
you put her shit in the garbage sack and just say, "Hey, see you, Gramps." See you
She's
later.
already been living in a senior living. It's not even my call. She got kids that can make that call.
I would never.
I'm not saying what. Whitney, how dare you try to blame this on me? I'm not her
I
child.
would do it to my mom, but not my grandma.
Hey, wait, hang on. Bullshit, Mike. You said you weren't going to be here earlier today. Were you just trying to get me to tell you what the announcement was?
Of course.
Eh.
Of course he was. This is Mouse we're talking about here. He can play you like a fucking fiddle.
He asked, and all I told him is that the show was going to get better looking.
You guys put a lot of pressure on me. I'm dressing up next week.
No, it don't even matter. I mean, look who you're with. Look at the three of us slobs.
Then I should definitely be like going for it, you know?
Yeah, Tom, you're a slob. You're a clean slob, but you're still a
I'm
slob.
wearing my best Bullet Club shirt right now. Okay, I mean it is my only Bullet Club shirt, but it's also Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Anyways,
What
Tim,
is it that you want to do?
damn, that trackpad's touchy. November 9th, before we get into that next thing, because it got super derailed again. We do have Tim here, and we're not going to have him next week because we got another guest next week, which is why we're kind of doing our Rochester stuff right now. So first of all, third match. Never really planned to do this. We're in the process. This is the new development, guys, and I don't know. I guess we can kind of talk about this. We won't go into full details, but the first two matches were something, and this is all shooting, guys. We're not playing the fucking gimmick stuff right now, but because this is a lifelong dream of Tim to get in the ring and do what we've been doing. I've known this for how many years, whatever, when we did that podcast 6 years ago, 7 years ago. How many years has it been now?
7 years.
Fuck, 7 years.
Yeah.
Which was kind of where Tim and I really became good buds because of the fucking wrestling connection, which is how it works with everybody. I mean, that's really, with the exception of JR, it's how it worked with all three of these people on the show you see with, for me at least, it's been wrestling. That was the connection. So, what do you kind of feel like right now? You're going into the first time that, well, it's not the first time. Well, it's the first time you're main eventing in a singles match. You're in hometown again. It's a title match. And this is stuff where, again, not officially trained. You've had some training from some of the best that we know out of Iowa to get you by through these matches. But we're in the process of actually getting Timmy some official training. So come next year, you may see Tim all over the goddamn Midwest doing wrestling shows.
Let's do this because, like you said, this is just real talk now. There's really been no training. I mean, we went to Waterloo last year around this time, stepped in the ring for the first time, took my first bump, but then there was a show going on that night. So then it was maybe 30 minutes tops. And unlike Top Shelf, this is going to be my third match, third main event. Just saying, with no training thus far.
Now, just to be clear, everybody watching, he's in the ring with professionals. Everything is very much planned. I mean, we know what wrestling is, guys. We're not going to pretend we talk about it. So everything is well planned here. And we get out of Tim what we can get out of Tim to his experience level and to what he physically can do. But there's definitely a lot of talk and care that go into these matches because we have to protect you. And luckily, you're in the ring with some fantastic people, one being a Gable Galileo.
But now that goes back to what I was going to say, though, too. I mean, a lot of this has nothing to do with me. A lot of it is the people that I'm in the ring with. I mean, the people that I'm in the ring with, I mean, they're true professionals and they know exactly what they're doing. So, I mean, if I may look good, it has nothing to do with me because a lot of that stuff is stuff that we're talking about the day of. I mean, Ace, I mean, with my regular day-to-day schedule, whether it's through real estate, speaking, comedy, mentoring, the list goes on. It's just hard for me to try to make it out there. I mean, it's been kind of cool, though. Recently, I've been texting professional wrestler up in the cities, and we've been communicating and trying to put something in place. So it's that's surreal because when I had met you years ago, that was our thing. We always talked about me doing pro wrestling, Ace be my manager. And then now it's crazy because unfortunately, the hardest thing for me is just like I can't shake the fact that my age is a factor, even though everybody goes back to the DDP thing, everybody goes back to like age doesn't really matter in this industry, which I understand. But it's hard because that's all I keep thinking about. But now with all these things that are happening, I'm at the point where I'm going, I mean, like all these signs are pointing to just why not give this a shot? Like why not see where this could take you? I mean, it seems like I can't really shake this at this point. We've been talking about this for 7 years. And we're here now still doing it. So I don't know. We're gonna see what happens.
It's a surreal ride, right? To be a fan of all this stuff for so long, and then you find yourself in the midst of it. And I think all of us have had that moment, including you, Whitney, because you're fucking around shows all the time.
I've dumb lucked my way around awesome people. Like,
so it's a really big switch. Whitney, how much have you been involved in like behind the scenes stuff?
I am involved a little bit with an indie promotion, Great Lakes Championship Wrestling in Wisconsin. I'm not necessarily directly involved. I became friends with David Hero. He's who runs it and invites me all the time. So like I'll get to go down to Blizzard Brawl. And there was one show I went to. I actually ended up ring announcing. It was terrifying, and I'll never do it again.
Oh,
believe it or not, I don't like when everyone just sits there and stares at me while I talk.
Good. Quit taking my job. Anyway, no. Okay, well, it'll be fun because you're going to be like full on with us.
I just go now and like help out with selling raffle tickets and stuff while I'm there, whatever. But yeah, Dave's great. I couldn't even tell you how I met Dave. I really don't even remember. I will be at Blizzard Brawl this December. So yeah, I try to go to a few of his shows a year, and he always has a lot of like legends and stuff that show up. So it's really cool. Like the one I worked, Solo Sikoa, I wrestled at it, and Rikishi was there. So I got to like meet them, and it was terrifying. I'll never ring announce again. I will never do it again. That's a lie. If I showed up at Blizzard Brawl and Linda Kay couldn't do it, I would do it if he absolutely needed me to. But like, ooh, it was terrifying.
That's great. Well, it's a very cool thing to see how far it's come. I saw the first poster today from the first Rochester show with Madhouse that you were involved in, Tim, and then you look at it now and it's like, wow, in 3 fucking shows and in 1 year it's already changed quite a bit. Just the look, the feel, everything. And that's kind of why this kind of happened. I won't lie, I was giving you a nudge being like, just do it. But the thing is, because here's the thing, one of our good friends, Ugly, had a really big hand in getting you ready for that very first match, who you partnered with, who will be taking on Dr. AJ O'Callahan in 2 weeks here in Rochester. AJ's probably gonna die. Anyways, and the funny thing is, talking to Ugly, who's been training people for many years down in the Impact Pro Wrestling and the Vault, and just a really, really great guy. I was telling him like, oh, he's about to walk in, the guy that you got to show some shit to. And Tom was with me. I don't know if you were with me when he said this, but he's just like, we'll see what we could do. And he's just saying all this shit. And he saw you walk in. He's like, who's that? And I'm like, that's him. God damn it! You didn't say you brought me a fucking athlete. Which y'all know, Ugly dude's pretty like ugly. Bill's got a way about him. He's an amazing dude. And if you know Ugly, you know what Tom, you know what I'm talking about, JR. You know Ugly's. Sometimes it's like, is he being really, really serious? Like whatever, but like he's just
he's a fan favorite in Rochester. They love him.
Well, and he lives in Shakopee now, so it's close to friends and family able to come here instead of Iowa to see him. So this is something else, Tim. We've been able to kind of turn Rochester into a wrestling city and also kind of make it base for Madhouse, it almost seems at this point.
Yeah, no, I mean, and like you said, that's all of us, I mean, including
no, forget it. We're gonna take over. I mean, we're gonna take over. We're taking it over, Mike and Luke. It's our company now.
No, I mean, I'm excited for next week. I'm excited to meet Whitney. I'm excited to see everybody, and just like the amount of people that keep talking about the show and the comedy show, and the breakfast brunch the next day. I mean, it's going to be a full weekend. I don't know. I got family coming up from Texas, and my 3-year-old son is going to be going.
I was going to ask you this. Are you concerned about little man seeing you potentially getting beat up in the ring? In a street fight as well. Let's not forget, this is a Rochester street fight. Anything goes.
So the only time he's ever seen me perform is when I did a play last year. I did a Raising in the Sun, and he was in there with his mom. And Ace, you went to that. Thank you.
Killed it.
But there was a scene where my son kept on going, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy," and I broke character because it was the cutest thing ever. And so then his mom actually ended up just taking him, and they had to leave. So that wasn't me doing anything crazy. So like, if he sees me going through a table or whatever, I don't know. But we have a lot of hands on deck. I mean, I think 3 out of my 4 sisters will be there. My dad will be there, the original Jello. So there's going to be a handful of people there. So we got to make sure that we protect the young one because I don't know. So we'll see. That's probably one of my biggest concerns. And then if he sees Top Shelf, I don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like,
first of all,
I don't know. Don't
throw him $1 every time he kicks him in the nuts. The little guy gets $1.
First of all,
who told you that? Uncle JR?
Kids love the Top Shelf. Okay, I don't necessarily love kids, but they seem to love me. I'm like a little fucking jungle gym for them. I don't know what it is about me, but they seem to know. Like, hey,
I think they just know you're uncomfortable, so they're like, I'm gonna fuck with this guy.
Probably a little bit. Also, too,
like
isn't it just like something that happens outside of Mayo with like syringes and shit? Like, is that what's gonna happen? Just gonna stab each other with fucking needles? Like, which one of these has been used before? Rochester street fight.
I've told people
the fucking Mayo Clinic building is literally a block away, so you never know what's gonna happen.
My training for this match has just been anything goes. I mean, I think I probably put on 10, 15 pounds for this match. Yeah.
I mean, is that just ego in your head, or what do we?
Oh, you'll find out on Saturday.
Is there a way we can shrink wreck Tom to a table?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised he ain't doing it right now. Whitney, do you want to know how I very first met Tim Nela? Like,
yes.
For real. When I used to DJ ladies' night at a bar for many years, and like my last year doing it is when Tim was like 21. So he would come in. I didn't know him. I knew people who knew, like I knew who knew him, and I knew he went to the same high school, but I didn't know him at all, really. All I knew about him is every fucking ladies' night at about, I don't know, 11:30, I had to always get on the microphone and be like, hey, Tim, put your shirt back on.
So wait, let me get this straight. You met Tim at a ladies' night, and then he ends up having a bachelor party on the show.
We did a podcast together.
That's my brother now. I mean, fuck, fam.
We talk every day now. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny.
You know how I met Top Shelf?
Oh, no.
I don't either. I really do.
He happened into a real estate office and said, hey, do you want to be Top Shelf?
Ace, how did you and JR originally meet?
We both worked at the same radio station cluster.
Okay. So you two already knew each other in real life.
Yeah.
And then Tom was fanboying over you, and you're like,
yep.
No, I knew Tom from comedy.
JR knew him, and they were involved. They were both involved.
Whitney,
and I also
show.
I met JR through comedy. My first time doing stand-up comedy, this was 2018. I brought a crowd and I headlined it, and then JR announced me, and JR's like, coming to the stage, local, da-da-da-da-da. And he's like, Tim, Nela. And I turned back and I was like, and I'm drunk. I'm like, no. And I was like, what's my name? And everybody's like, Nela. And then he's like, I'm sorry, Tim, Nela. And then that was how we met. Yeah. And then now we're like this.
What an asshole.
Crazy, huh?
Tim couldn't help it. I mean, I would do that if somebody got my name wrong too.
This is like definitely turning back into like back in the day. But like the funny thing, Whitney, is like I met JR through radio and was there when he did comedy for the first night, like the first open mic. Because we were going together and we kept talking about doing it. He did it first. And then
that story's not cool. I was just some weirdo on the internet.
And then and then the only reason I did it is because you just put my name on the list one night. Because I went like
you kept saying
I went like 3 weeks in a row saying like I'll do it next week.
I'm gonna do it next week.
And then finally
you're doing it this fucking week.
Yeah. Called my name and I was just like,
things.
But then, like a month or two later, I did it. You were gonna record it for me, and it was like the best 3 minutes I ever done in my life. Walked off the stage, and everybody was just going crazy. And I'm like, "You got that right?" He's like, no. What?
No. Something happened. Don't know what happened, but
It's
something happened.
that's probably the best I'll ever do.
Ace had a good 5 minutes.
Hey,
and it was good
Tovar,
stuff, too.
I was getting paid.
Yeah, he was getting paid.
I was
Tim
on the
not.
clock, bro. I wasn't there for pleasure.
Tim's giving it away for free.
Yeah, Tim was giving it away for free.
Ace is just over there like, whatever, bro. Keep the shirt on, though. For real. Fucking. Yeah, we see the muscles, dude. We see the muscles. Congrats. What a guy.
No, Tim's that friend that whenever we go anywhere, like when he would fucking go to the Freeze games, and that's like, oh, what? He just ran up 60 yards in a quarter?
Yeah.
Fuck you. I got winded walking up the stadium steps to the press booth. Fuck you.
You announced the football teams. The football games.
I guess, Tovar. I mean, I got cash too, so it makes it kind of worth it to me, I guess. But
is he coming to Rochester? Who's that?
Hey, you know what though? Hey, Tim's a good-looking dude. Good on him.
What a crew!
And then that's the thing too.
We are such a fucking crew.
All of these people that are in the chat, we know them either from wrestling or from comedy. Tovar, independent DIY. He's one of the guys. He was one of my guys that he and I would come up to Minneapolis all the time. Yeah. He and I did the very first paid gig together that we got, and it was some old woman that was at the open mic, and she asked if we would like to go and do comedy at her niece or whoever the hell it was birthday party at some other bar. She'd give us $20 and a couple of drinks.
That's awesome. Tovar was one of the first comic people I met doing Goonies open mic night after you.
I hope all the people in the chat are at the show. I want to meet everybody.
Well, Tina said she will be. Dan, I don't know for sure. Vicious Victor Payne will be there.
Everybody
Tovar won't be. Well, maybe Tovar will be, but probably not.
Okay.
That was not your peak, buddy.
Let's do this, guys. This is so weird not doing it on my normal computer right now. Sorry.
What do you need?
That's just Jesus telling you deserve a brand spanking new computer.
Probably right. So, and I'm horrible. I should pull it up, but it was about this time so many years ago. Maybe it's on the picture. Dan probably knows. Dan, you're in chat. How many years ago was this, or what year was it? But this time, so many years ago, was the very first Chris Jericho Rock and Wrestling Rager at Sea with ROH, the Young Bucks, Cody, Kenny, Hangman, the whole gang was there. I was there as well, and I will tell you, it is the reason there is about to be a 5th or 6th cruise. 2018, Dan believes. So yeah, this day in history, and that's why I held you up.
Been on that long already?
2018. Obviously, there was a break in there because of COVID, but yeah, I was there. Dan was there. Hell of a time. Now, this is probably because this was almost like their all out show.
Mm-hmm.
Where it was just a big indie show. It was basically had that feel of just a giant indie show on a boat. Was
it the best one?
Well, so that's what's hard to say because it's the first one.
Yeah.
It was sold out. It was fucking insane, and it was right at the hype. I mean, on the boat they announced the Elite, officially. So, and then the next year on the second one, AEW was in their first year, and that's when they did the Dynamite on the boat. Mm-hmm. So that's why it's also hard, because that second year we had Dynamite on the boat, which is where the first time ever a crowd sang Judas to him when he was walking out. That started on his own fucking cruise, and it just fucking took off from that Dynamite. So it's hard because there's the first one. I kind of liked it honestly better. I think I will say that. Kate, like I remember Brian Cage was on there with his wife Melissa. It was right after he had done the show at Wes and I, so like it was very cool to get to hang out with him and talk to him for a good while. And like Sammy Callahan was there, and he had known me because of Wes. There was a few people that had ties to me because of doing the podcast with Wes and I. So that first one was probably one of my favorites, just because I also knew more of the actual talent on the boat.
Mhm.
And again, Heyday, also Halloween, right? So the Halloween party was fucking crazy. And also that was the trip where they came out as like the whole Mario cast for the very last match of the boat. The Young Bucks did. So like, Dan, you're better at this shit than I am. Tell me who. I know Kenny. I think Kenny was like pissed that he couldn't be a princess for once at this one because the wives dressed up, I think, or something. I don't remember. Dan will tell you, but it's fucking hilarious. But they did the full on like video game shit like from Mario in the matches too. Like at one point, like Kenny was like on the rope pretending to hit a controller, which set a chain reaction of like 6 of them that were all like locked up into like a giant like leg turn or some shit. It was insane. But again, that's what knocked off this whole thing that has become the Chris Jericho cruise. Tom got to experience it for the first time this last year. Tim JR will experience it for the first time in fucking months, guys. Did you even think of that? Officially next week,
January.
We're like 2 months away.
3 months.
3 months away. Like this shit's coming up. Whitney, still places available on that boat if you got the money and the time.
I want to go on one of the cruises so bad, but I've never been on a cruise, and the last place I want to be barfing is in front of everybody that like enjoys wrestling. Like I don't want to embarrass myself in front of my people.
You wouldn't. And then if you do get motions to take the medicine, you're fine. I don't think in the 3 I've been on, I don't think I've seen anyone actually get super sick because of it.
I try to imagine like drinking on a boat like that. Like
if it's good weather, you don't even know.
Yeah. The very last night of last year, we had a little bit of high winds, and the boat got a little bit rocky, but not much. I mean, I'll be real honest with you. If I can drink myself fucking stupid and not fucking vomit after being in Miami and fucking vomiting the night before, so like, you'll be fine.
So if you go and you vomit, I'll feel better if I vomit. So you might have to
Show the picture of Tom in his room, Ace.
Yeah, but Tom, they expect you to vomit.
Shut up, Tim.
Show the picture of Tom in his room, Ace.
You know what's sad? I mean, I'll pull that up over time, but I'll get Tom. I'll take a little heat for you. You know what's sad though is like Tom puked once. I don't know. Did you puke on the boat at one point though? I feel like one night you might have.
Nope. On the boat, I was fine.
Okay.
I mean, I was pretty drunk every damn night, but I was never.
You know what, JR? I took that picture off because we had so much.
Like I've been on boats like on the lake, but
you what now on the lake?
Like I've been on a boat like on the lake, but I feel like it's not going to be like that.
No, it's not. You barely could tell unless it's really bad out because it's so big.
Like being on a pontoon boat, but like bigger, so it's even like not as bad.
Yeah.
Whitney, I'm so
like
nervous.
Half of the time, you forget you're on a boat. Like
you're gonna have to let me know how it goes, Tim, because I can't.
You got to go with us. I'm nervous. I've been telling Ace this whole time. I'm like, now that we're getting real close, I'm getting super nervous.
Like I just can imagine being at a wrestling show and throwing up in front of like the entire AEW roster.
First of all, where the ring is,
yeah,
it's like on the pool deck. So like, unless you go to the windows on the side, you only see the open sky. You can't really even see the ocean if you're over by like in the middle where the ring is.
If you're on the actual pool deck, if you're above it, which is normal, where like Dan and Stacy normally trying to get seats on the rails there because Dan's a gimpy motherfucker. And JR is going to probably get his ADA shit all together so he can sit ringside in a chair, nice comfy chair.
Or are you?
I don't know. We'll see.
You fucking figure it out. You're running out of time.
Yeah,
you'll figure it out.
You'll just call him. We'll figure it out.
I'll tell you right now, you're going to want it.
It is a lot of standing, dude. I will.
It's a lot of standing. It's a lot of moving around. You're going to want the ADA
at the end of the night.
Yeah.
What? You know what? Maybe our feet wouldn't have hurted that much if we would have actually got to go on the beach for fucking 6 hours and relax.
That is true. We got fucking screwed over our beach day in Cozumel.
I'm going to circle back on one thing. Whitney said she would be embarrassed about throwing up in front of wrestling fans. Where is the most embarrassing place that we've all thrown up? I'll go ahead and go first. In 4th grade, I threw up on a nun in Catholic school
Congratulations.
in front of the class. That's my most embarrassing vomit. Anybody else?
I mean,
I don't know if it's the most awkward, but it was probably my favorite just because I laughed about it the next day. The other dude didn't, though. There was some guy that would always, like, he was a buddy of a couple of my friends, and we all lived together. He would kind of, like, he was cool, but, like, he was one of those guys that after a while, he kind of just started showing up to our house, just walking in. And in all honesty, we fucking used him a lot for sober cabs because we do. If we were like, hey, man, you want to drive us to the bar tonight? He'd do it. And like one night we were driving home from McMurphy's in Aquarius, and we're at the stoplights out at that intersection. And I was in his passenger seat, and there's like 3 of my roommates in back. He's driving us sober. Just we're all fucked up. And I was just like, I think I'm going to puke. Literally just got on like my knees on the passenger seat, stuck my head out the window on his like fucking classic white car that he had. And the light went green, so he started driving. And I just fucking puked all over his fucking side of his car. He gets home and he's like, dude, my car. I was like, sorry. Just ran inside.
Racing stripe.
Fucking didn't.
Ew.
yeah, that's gross.
JR, I remember I was at a bar in Rochester and somebody like got me a shot of Rumplemints, and I do not like Rumplemints. Disgust. I know. Yeah. So
I can't even hear it. Ugh.
Yeah, it gets worse. So then, like, I literally take the shot because I'm trying to be a team player. I take the shot. I put it down. Can't make this shit up. I threw up literally back in it. Stopped right at the brim, and I just left. And I pray to God nobody took a shot of that after I left. I don't know. I'm not even joking. And I felt so bad. Yeah.
Ew.
I know that was back. Then I took my shirt off probably 20 minutes later, and then Ace probably told me to take my shirt back.
I mean, it was just routine, like because the bar I was at, like it would get packed, like because it was like the KRO. It was when KROC was doing it. JR.
Oh yeah, was it over at what you call it?
Mickey's. It was when we.
Mickey's.
Mickey's. Yeah.
It was when rookies stopped doing it, and we took over.
Thursday nights.
It was packed, dude, because it was 2-for-1s for the girls. So I mean, that place was fucking hopping, and every time, never fails, he just would pop up from the dance floor. I don't know if he was on a chair or what. Fucking woo! And I'm like, put your shirt back on.
But look, and now I get paid to take my shirt off. Yeah, stop it, Thomas.
The dream.
Tom gets paid to put his back on.
Yeah, no one's ever once paid me to take my shirt off. I'll be
and they
real
never
on.
will.
Yeah, that I have.
Yeah.
And then you got chopped.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So yeah, just here's my embarrassing story. So much like Tovar, who drank skunk beer one night and threw up on the stage of a strip club, which is super fucking duper. I was hanging out with some coworkers, and one of them was an actually pretty good buddy of mine from growing up or whatever. And we had gotten downtown Minneapolis, got to the strip club because one of the coworkers was in love with a stripper. No joke. He was in love with a stripper. Literally was saying that.
Let she roll.
Yeah, literally like, oh, she's gonna leave. She's gonna leave her husband for me. Like that was the whole shit. So we're in VIP already. We have a bottle of fucking Grey Goose vodka right there. He gets talked into going in the champagne room, and so my buddy also gets talked into going to the champagne room. So it's like, dude, we can't leave you behind. Like, go find a girl. I'm like, I don't want to go to the fucking champagne room. Like, I'm like Kevin Hart, where like, listen, like my funds are set up a certain way. Like I'm starting to think of my like self, like, all right, so the credit card bill is all going to be it's like, like I can forward it. I can, but do I want to? So I did it. And then we get back to the table, like right at bar close, and we have half a bottle of fucking Grey Goose. You can't obviously take it with you. So I'm like, dude, we can't let the fucking bottle go to waste. I fucking chug the fucking bottle. I chug it. It's literally in my fucking throat. It cannot go any further down. Yeah. And I walk out of the strip club right at bar close, or right as club closed, and I am just trying to keep swallowing it down.
Yo, this is crazy.
And it has nowhere to go. And I don't know if you guys know like Seville, or no, it wasn't Seville. Downtown Cabaret. So the old Sheiks. But anyhow, I literally go across the street to a parking ramp where I see a dumpster. Like I sprint over there. And I just yak over fucking everything behind this fucking dumpster. And I come back over. My buddy's like, dude, what the hell? What was that all about? I go, dude, why did I think it was a good idea to slam almost a half a bottle of Grey Goose? And that's not even like the hardest like I've gone drinking at that point. Like that was just kind of mild, but like fuck you, Tovar. Damn it, JR, knock it off. But yeah, so that was it wasn't even embarrassing. It was just more like it was downtown, and that strip club closed at 1. So there was people kind of walking around. Maybe it was 2, I guess. But yeah, so it was not a good look for your old boy Tom.
It's funny because you're talking about your friend who was like falling in love with the stripper, and I instantly went back to a friend of mine's bachelor party. There he goes. Yup, that was a good night.
And let me tell you this. So I had a moment too where there's been a couple times where I've been driving drunk people home, either in my vehicle or somebody else's, and they pulled some shit. So there was one time coming back from the bar, good old Povs in Andover.
I love that we've barely touched wrestling. We've talked about Whitney and now puking.
Well, you missed all Whitney's like ex-con fucking boyfriends last week.
Yeah, do not watch last week's episode.
Yeah. If you want to know some history, go back and watch last week's episode, everybody. But
there was a good segment idea in there about putting JR on Tinder and inviting everyone. You got to go ahead and watch it.
Yeah, we got to have a dating show.
Wait, are you now going to be JR's dating like consultant?
We're gonna find him like 12 contestants, and we're gonna invite all of them to the same show and have them compete for JR's love.
I can't wait. I can tell you already how this show goes. They're all going to be like, I would do this and I would do that. And JR is going to say the same thing for everyone.
He told me absolutely not, which means we're definitely doing it.
Yeah, JR's reaction for every answer will be.
We can host a dating show now. I mean, don't tempt me with a good time.
JR's only
we don't want to do it in Rochester because then he might end up knowing some of these games.
We should do it at Madonna Towers.
Oh, for God. Oh, Pimpin' JR. Yeah. There we go, Malice. That's the name for sure.
From what I heard, JR may already be entertaining some ladies Saturday night in Rochester. So if you want to know what I'm talking about, y'all should probably buy your tickets.
So you got the Golden Weasel, the Golden Girls. Oh, this is going to be crazy.
Anyway.
It's going to be fun. So anyhow, just to finish that up, like there's a guy who, instead of telling me he needed to fucking puke, just rolls down my window and then fucking pukes all over the side of my fucking car as I'm making like a right-handed turn.
It was me. Tom was the guy that we used for sober rides.
Literally, this guy's last name is Bra, Braa. So like he was always like, yeah, it's Bra, bro. I'm like, fucking stop, all right. But he did that. And it was the middle of fucking winter. It froze to my fucking car. No, I literally had to go.
That ain't shit, dude.
I go to the car wash the next morning. It can't come off. It's so fucking frozen on. I got to go through a fucking second time, still frozen on. A third time, a fourth time it finally fucking comes off. I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. I'm going to charge this motherfucker money now. Like,
dude, at least it was outside. Because here's the deal. Like, my senior year in high school, there was a kid, I've known him my whole life. We were in, like, Boy Scouts together. We did junior bowling league together, all this shit. Nice kid. He had some, like, disabilities. He lived in my neighborhood, too. So, like, I'd known him my whole life. And, like, senior year high school, it was, like, I don't know, it was a big, like, hockey game that night. He wasn't at school. I remember this because we had a class together. He wasn't in school. He was homesick. We all go to the game that night, having a good time. He's at the hockey game, and it's just like, what's this motherfucker doing here? He was homesick all day. Whatever. I don't care. Well, then the game ends, and I see him, like, standing around. I'm like, motherfucker, I got to get out of here because I know he's going to ask me in church, hey, can I have a ride home? Yeah, all right, dude, let's go. And fucking 2 blocks from his house, he's just sitting in the truck in the passenger side, and all of a sudden just like, blah! Like I thought he sneezed, but then it was just, and the window was up.
Yep.
So like I'm rolling my passenger window down. I'm like yelling. I'm like, stick your fucking out of my window. What the fuck? And then like we get like a block to his house now, and he does it again. He throws up again inside, and I'm just like, I got to his house. He got out. He went inside. I'm like, go get your fucking dad, dude. Because I've known his dad forever too. He was like a scout leader and bowling and shit. So his dad comes out. I'm like, hey man, y'all need to clean this shit, and I'll be back in the morning with a bill for the fucking detailing. Like, I ain't getting back in this car till y'all clean that shit out. It was the fucking grossest thing ever.
No, so that was actually a bachelor party of a buddy of mine, Mike, and his older brother. I was driving a whole other buddy's car, another guy who in the wedding party and stuff like that. I was driving his car. Did not know he had the window locks on for some fucking reason. He doesn't have kids. He just had a fucking Bonneville. Like, he had the window locks on. So Mike's brother Matt is in the passenger seat, and he's just like, dude, I'm so sick, dude. I'm like, all right, well, fuck it. I'm pulling over. I'm trying to like get the window or unlock the fucking car. I put it in park, and like it's somehow still not unlocking. And he also just fucking pukes. All of it somehow goes right into the map pocket of the fucking door.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nowhere else, just in the map pocket. And I was like, dude we're gonna go ruin a fucking gas station vacuum right now. Like, that was all I said to him. He's like,
Okay.
what? I go, shut the fuck up. We're going straight to a holiday. And it's crazy because you know, some of you guys know Corey Adams, he's a comic. He has a similar story, and I've never even told Corey that because like his joke and his story about it is so fucking good. I'm just like, mine's just fucking hack at this point. It's the same fucking story, but like,
okay. So real quick, because we're running out of time.
Oh yeah.
WWE and down.
This is why you can't have me here. Shit goes all over the place.
I like
No,
how you say
we
that
just
now.
no, we were just
I instigated all that by saying I don't want to go on a cruise because I'm afraid to puke.
no. No, this whole thing went off the rails when my computer made me like a half hour fucking late. Okay, so we will talk about this real quick because Tim brought it up to me earlier. I saw it today. I'm sure some of you guys saw this today. But it was announced today that WWE is going to have an official program for the independent scene. I can't remember, was it WWE ID?
ID.
Yep.
So I don't have it in front of me again because all the computer issues. I didn't do any of my show prep. So the gist of it is basically there's going to be like 4 or 5 schools off the bat, which Cody's one of them. I think fucking
Booker T
is one of them.
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins, which shout out Iowa.
Billy
Shout out.
Crow
Hey,
and,
that's your boy right there. JR, that's your boy right there for Saturday. Black and Brave, Solomon Tupu, baby.
Yes, sir.
He's probably, I guarantee you that guy's about to have a WWE ID for sure. And you guys can see him November 9th in Rochester on taking on behalf of JR's honor.
In tribute of JR's sloppy ass.
Yep. But basically, those schools will like be officially affiliated and ranked, I guess, now with WWE as far as the indie scene. And then certain top tier indie talent will also have a WWE ID, which my guess means those are the ones they're watching very closely. So, I mean, my guess is you're going to see someone like, and I don't know, like what I'm interested to see what the rules are going to be. Cause like Cardona is like one of the big indie guys right now. So does he get a WWE ID even though he's been there?
It's interesting.
When are they starting this?
I don't
it,
have
but I didn't see anything about a start time.
Yeah, and I don't have anything in front of me to give you any info on that.
I have the actual release.
I don't think they said. Yeah.
Okay. Just that it's happening.
Yeah.
But what's huge about this is WWE's been someone who, for the longest time, unless it's like like OVW or Florida Championship Wrestling, they don't acknowledge many independent promotions or schools.
Yeah, if it's not
or
their
star
own.
or stars, like they would never acknowledge like it was always rumors. You never heard WWE publicly say, "Hey, we're going after Kevin Steen. Hey, we're going to go after El Generico. Hey, we're going to go after Kenny Omega." It was all just the rumors that we would hear, and some of it was true and some of it wasn't. But now with these indie talent that are going to get these WWE IDs, I feel those are the ones that are really biding
So
their
it's
time
like
till they get
another
called.
step before NXT. Now that
Yep.
NXT isn't really the baby brand anymore, it's its own thing.
And that's the thought. Yeah, right? Like NXT has become more of the
I like
and-
it. Like I want more.
Yeah, it's so I'll tell you what, we were going to get into Halloween Havoc tonight, but we're not because it's just fucking a bunch of chaos happened that first hour. So and honestly, I didn't get to watch all of it, but what I did watch, especially the opening match with Tony D'Angelo and Oba, like fuck banger, dude. And yeah, they're doing it feels like it did when we were seeing Kenta get signed, when we were seeing Kevin Owens debut, Sami Zayn debut, you seeing someone like Paige and Emma do that first NXT women's match for the title. Like it's definitely feeling like that again. And they have wheels. I mean, they're selling out arena, maybe not selling out, but they're filling 10, 12,000 seat arenas for these shows. To be real honest, if you look at arena attendance, your AEW Dynamites and shit, their bigger competition for live ticket sales right now is going to be an NXT show as opposed to a Raw or SmackDown, because they're playing the same venues basically. So yeah, the big question though is like, what does it do? Like, so like if we see Speedball Mike Bailey get a WWE ID, does that mean he never can go to AEW? Like, what does this mean for the indie talent? You know what I mean?
I think it depends. From what I read in the thing, they would be given also financial opportunity, which to me means they're signing some kind of a contract. It's not just, I don't think it's just going to be I designate you somebody I'm watching, even though they want that to be, but I think there are also going to be some compensation for those folks too.
Do you guys want me to read the official press release, or at least parts of it here?
Can you do it in less than 2 minutes?
Under the program, WWE will provide prominent independent wrestling schools with WWE ID official designation with the goal of providing new trainees and existing talent at these select institutions with enhanced development opportunities. Booker T's Reality of Wrestling in Houston, Cody Rhodes Nightmare Factory in Atlanta, Seth Rollins Black and Brave Academy in Davenport, Iowa, Elite Pro Wrestling Training Center in Concord, New Hampshire, and Knox X Pro Wrestling in Los Angeles are the first WWE ID independent wrestling schools to earn the official designation. Additionally, WWE ID will identify top independent wrestling prospects with an official WWE ID prospect designation and support their development journey by providing financial opportunity and assisting with their training, mentorship, and development, including access to world-class facilities, best-in-class ring training, athletic trainers, and more. WWE ID will give fans the opportunity to follow the paths of these stand-up prospects on their independent wrestling scene through curated behind-the-scenes content, as well as highlights and matches showcased across WWE's social platforms.
So how much is it going to cost an independent promotion to book some of these?
Well, it sounds like it's just WWE affiliated promotions.
Well, but those are schools. Those aren't even really promotions.
Hey, Davenport's 4 hours away.
Oh yeah, we're fully aware. You're
saying you're going to go there south instead of north now?
So they're going to finance it with probably some sort of contract, like, hey, if we like you, you're contracted to NXT from here.
And that's what I think it is. I think they're basically signing people.
Well, as a wrestler, I don't know that I'd want to put all my eggs in one basket.
Well, and that's
I would.
But that's going to be
thing.
Well, I mean, I guess WWE is the basket I would choose, so why not? But
Well,
here's
so
the
that's
thing.
the thing.
It's like any other sport, any other development. All right. I have a nephew who is a junior in high school. Fuck off.
No, you don't.
And he just signed a letter of intent with the Nebraska Cornhuskers. He's still got 2 years of high school.
yeah.
There's a lot of shit
he read
in
it
him.
made me feel like I'm following like a trading card. Like,
You are.
like,
You absolutely are.
like, you know what I mean? Like all you can
Look at it this way though. Like if it doesn't work out, you were a part of probably the best training that you could have had.
Yeah.
And then now you have the opportunity to go elsewhere with the experience. This intrigues the heck out of me. Like Ace, I told you earlier, I'm
just curious.
I'll
The
take the drive.
stipulations, like, are you going to be on a time frame? Like, hey, you've got 3 years. Like, what happens if it doesn't work out? Then you're just released to the wild, and then that's it. Or I don't know. It's like, is there going to be a time frame on it? Like, what if you're not doing well and you're stuck with them for the next 3 years and you're just shelved, like I don't know. I
It's
don't
not
get
a
it.
lot different than what's going on now.
That's true for sure. But that's what WWE has so many people that there are more people than opportunities at this point, which is like, that's why I like that there are different things. But at the same time, I don't watch different things. So,
well, and like you said, JR, I think this is more of like they're it's kind of like assigning a letter of intent, but it's a little deeper than that because, like you said, they're going to get the opportunity to probably go to the performance center at certain times.
Yeah.
They may get
Yeah.
some bonuses or some shit to help them with the travel. Because let's be
I
honest,
think
you think
I think
WWE's
it's
gonna
really
put,
beneficial
you think
for somebody
WWE's
with
put independent traveling, like you think they're going to call up to Uncle T and be like, hey, this weekend's gas tanks on us. You know what I mean? Like, oh,
that's just what I'm curious about is like if they're offering financially, what are they getting in return? Like that's where I want to go.
And then that's the thing. What are the parameters on it?
And maybe they don't know yet either. I mean,
and that's the thing. You got to think those things.
Sam, get in there and figure it out for us.
Oh, we're gonna do it.
We want to know.
We're gonna do it.
Hey, I'll tell you what. We've had a lot of friends go through there. We have Uncle T, Solomon Tupo. We had Nasty Nick Nolan who's gone through there. Amina Belmont has come out of there, who's just a fucking star. Maggie Lee, who is blowing the fuck up right now in the independent scene, specifically in the Midwest, and has now been on Impact, I believe, right? A couple times. Came out of
Impact, yep.
Yep, came out of
I wonder what the wrestlers at these specific schools know about this at this point.
Well, here's the deal.
I'm friends with somebody at Seth Rollins. I'm going to ask him.
Well, and that's just it. Like we, here at Madhouse, we've used quite a bit of Black and Brave talent.
Yeah.
So as a promotion, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how this all ends up affecting that, if anything.
What are the promotions themselves getting?
Well, and are they going to tell the kids like, hey, this is how much you have to charge for you to do a show? Because you now have this WWE title. And let's be honest, it's more content for the Peacock, right? Because you can film all of this and make it a show. Fucking Tim just pitched that shit like 3 weeks ago here in Rochester to a couple of stations as far as, hey, man, fucking follow me on my lead into this match and my training and all that shit in the story. Because it's entertaining. It's a story to tell. So, I mean, we're only time to tell on what it's going to really break down to be, but it is exciting, and it's opportunity. I hope it grows. I hope it doesn't just stop at those 5, and I hope we don't end up seeing like there's a lot of like rules that follow. Like, hey, you can't do these companies. You can't go this place. You can't if they start doing that shit, then it's like, well, but how are you helping them?
All I know is that if any of the guys coming or any of the people coming out of Booker T school start saying "shucky ducky," shut it down.
I will tell you this. The one thing from Halloween Havoc is because he's basically a baby face on commentary. Am I right?
Supposed to be.
Okay.
Supposed to be.
This shit with him not being babyface though, when Roxanne Perez is in the ring, doesn't work. That commentary was so awkward during that match because he's been babyface the first 2 matches, and then all of a sudden his girl comes out who's a fucking heel as can be right now with Cora J, and he's just all of a sudden like fucking, she's the best, hey, shucky ducky, hey. Like what the fuck, dude? And like just tone it down a bit, like.
Well, that is his girl, obviously.
Dude made a comment of, he's like, yeah, Booker, I think you had a C4 before we came on live tonight. You're supposed to stop doing that.
Turn down the energy drinks, turn up your abilities, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like I've said it before, I just don't appreciate Booker T on commentary. It's partly the fucking terminology. Shucky ducky it wears on me. But also, he has such a gravelly voice. It's really hard to hear him when he gets excited.
Well, and the other thing, too, though, is he was a great fucking heel in WCW. He was a great fucking heel in WWE, as well as he's been able to pull off babyface. But, when you really look back at his career, what's one of the biggest things you're always going to remember? Fucking King Booker. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let him actually be a heel commentator then. There's no reason he has to be the face. The play-by-play guy can do it. Just let him be a fucking heel, because that was rough watching that show and him being like, oh, then all of a sudden whenever Roxanne Perez comes out because it's his student, it's all of a sudden, well, these baby faces suck. What? What are you talking about, dude? You can't flip like that. You can't do that. That just doesn't go with it. But anyways, yeah, I'm with Whitney though. NXT is fucking. I like it. It's good stuff.
It's very good stuff. We all appreciate NXT. We just don't get to watch it because it's fucking Tuesdays and TV's off right now.
Because we're idiots.
There you go. 2 minutes with Top Shelf. I'll tell you guys this right now. I didn't want to do this, but I'm gonna have to. It's Vince Russo, everybody. I gotta say right now, I've never been a fan of Vince Russo. The guy talks too much. He looks like this. I mean, JR has said plenty of times that Bryce Jordan has a face that's very punchable. Same thing has been said about Jackson King. But this right here is the absolute epitome of a face worthy of being punched. And this one's almost special right now with Whitney being here because Vince Russo was recently called out by Rikishi for talking shit about how Jey Uso reacted after winning the IC title. You know, saying that there's no crying in wrestling, that you need to be better than that. You can't show emotions like that. And also, too, you know, because again, Vince Russo works as though the titles are just props. But they still mean something to people who have actually been in the ring. And I think that's a problem, you know? So I have this title right here, Atlas of Comedy. It's a show that we had just briefly here in the Twin Cities area. But I legit won, not just, it wasn't that title, but like the original Atlas of Comedy. So I had that title made because it's a better looking title. But it still meant something to win that. It wasn't a pre-scripted thing. It wasn't like determined that I was going to win it. It was something that I just won because I was good that night in the show. So, but it still means something. It still means that the company trusts you. It still means that the people are behind you. In Whitney's case, physically actually behind the wrestler, nearly pushing them off of the barricade. But it's whatever. It's fine. It's fine. But guys like Vince Russo and his ilk, as far as the internet wrestling community and all the things that they put out there, Jim Cornette I put in there as far as some of the diatribe and some of the filth that he puts out there as far as tearing down different aspects of the wrestling community. Even Disco Inferno just talking way too much for not being really anything. We need to also kind of look at the value that you brought into the business yourself. Those are three guys. Jim Cornette actually has brought stuff into the business that has actual value. I would think that, you know, Vince Russo should know that he's kind of limited to his profile being some of the Attitude Era, but not necessarily a lot of it, because he then just jump shipped over to WCW. But the reality is they aren't bringing anybody up by tearing things down. We all appreciated that Jey Uso won because you saw the crowd that night. It was electric. I mean, my God, have you ever seen a crowd go absolutely crazy? That's what we got to see with Jey Uso winning the IC championship, is people actually showing joy. And if people are showing joy in the arenas, people are showing joy at home. Vince Russo and the ilk, you got to stop. We love it because it's something that we're supposed to love, because that's why we're here. And if every time you keep tearing it down because of stupid little petty shit like that, Rikishi's right. You deserve to get your ass kicked.
You can only cry if it's a match with a pole.
I cried and I wasn't even involved. It's like so rewarding watching people like achieve their dreams.
It's true.
I love it.
It's very true. It's actually one thing I've said about
Rhodes win, and I don't even like him.
that Jimmy J hug on Friday night almost broke me.
Dude, it's like I love it.
Yeah, Vince Russo's a turd.
Idiot.
That's why we had David Arquette as champion.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He had a title match at one point, or held the title.
Yeah,
Vince Russo held the title, and I think
something, but you can't discredit the ones that do just because they all don't.
Yeah, and you know he's the one who tried to just throw it on Chris Benoit to keep him around, like towards the end of it and stuff like that. Like that was kind of his way of trying to make things quickly better as he was taking over and shit like that. It doesn't work. But also, when you look at it as a prop,
and look at
you don't
like the
understand the
Montreal
value.
screw job. That was a whole ordeal about someone not losing the belt. Like
Brett screwed Brett.
He did.
Wow. Why you got to all be like? Anyhow, it does. And that was the 2 minutes with the top shelf.
There we go.
I appreciate the extra little analysis by the co-host here, and even from Tim Nela. But yeah, I mean, again, why keep tearing? This is part of the reason I don't like. I mentioned it last week as far as the creativity side. Like, hey, we have some creative story ideas and some creative matches going on in both WWE, AEW, all over the place. Watch for the creativity. Show your appreciation for that creativity. But then on the other side, you have these people who are continuously tearing it down. And I don't understand it. If you say you love the business, even if he says he doesn't love the business, you were part of the business. It gave you a fucking livelihood.
But they're not a part of it now, and that's why they're bitter. It's like Ryback.
Yeah.
He is not a good wrestler, and he never was. He's just bitter that he got fired. And
he needs a reality show. I would totally watch it.
Yeah, he's a hot fucking
totally
mess.
Watch it.
Well, all right, guys. As always, we appreciate everybody joining us. It was kind of a chaotic show. Again, I apologize for all my technical difficulties, but big thing is Whitney is now going to be here going forward. So that's very, very, very exciting and very awesome.
Hooray! Hooray!
Love it.
Obviously, we got Tim here, and that's because he's got a big Rochester street fight against Gable Galileo coming up 1 week from this Saturday here in Rochester.
For the Madhouse Championship belt.
For the Madhouse title. The night before that, November 8th, Laugh It Up 2, Tim Nela presents. We got King Funch, Top Shelf, Tom Chilstrom, and John Russell headlining Townies down at Soldiers Field Golf Course. Come have some food. Come have some drinks. Oh, you know what you can drink while you're there, actually? You can have the Madhouse beer. We got a fucking beer. Shout outs to Little Thistle. Madhouse Wrestling presents Kayfabe Killer Wheat. We'll be at the comedy show. We'll be at the wrestling show. We'll be at Townies. We'll be at Thirsty Belgian in town. If there's any left, we might bring it to the after party at Glitter's.
I almost sampled that today, too. They said that it's actually really good. It's what you're saying.
Is you fucking right? It's good. Anyways, comedy show. Get your tickets. We'll be hosting it. I think I'm basically going to be playing just peacekeeper between Tim and Tom, but whatever. So join us for that. And then, of course, the big show Saturday night. Hang on.
What is it that you want to do?
We want to be free. Yeah. We want to be free to do what we want to do. Yeah. We want to get loaded. Yeah. And we want to have a good time. And that's what we're going to do.
It's pointless arguing with you. You will be left to your own devices.
Really?
Yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah, there's that. That's going to be, we got some good stuff. Darren Corbin's coming back. Cody Lane, first time ever. That is going to be one hell of a match. The new guys, they're already champions in 2 different promotions in the Midwest. I think they have a third shot coming up soon somewhere else, and they're going to have a shot at ours too against the Hale Twins. Death Dealer's going to be there. We always love the Death Dealer. He fucks shit up. That man broke a cage at one of the last shows, just so you know. You've got Ugly there. Tom made the poster. Looks better in the poster than real life. Crazy.
Just let it be. Let it be. Let it be.
You know it too. Look,
I know I do.
He's much better in that poster than in real life. Anyways, and then that brand new Madhouse Mayhem Championship. I mean, brand new, guys. This belt is brand new. No one's seen it. No one's had a chance to even like go for this thing. This is kind of going to be like our IC title in Madhouse. And man, that 4-way dance. First of all, Connor Hopkins is a star. Badger Briggs will beat the fuck out of anybody, and we know this for sure. And those two have a lot of history recent in the past few months. And they're taking it into this 4-way match. And then you also got Jimmy Wild, former Madhouse champion, the Dirt Dog. He may look little, but this guy will do anything to win. And then
Max Chill.
Tim, you know a thing or two about Max Chill.
Loser.
And, we know. All I know is you can never underestimate Max Chill, but it's going to be one hell of a show. So get your tickets for that. Okay. Plugs. Anything else that I haven't done yet? Do we have anything? Whitney, do you have anything coming up?
I have Nemesis MMA Fight Alliance, Nemesis Fighting Alliance this Friday.
Okay.
I'll be in St. Louis.
So now that you're a host, you need to send us those photos so we can have them loaded up here to promote your stuff too. So just throw that in the chat as we, do this stuff. Tim, you got anything this weekend? Oh yeah, you're gonna be in Memphis.
I'm being in Memphis this weekend, just getting ready for the following weekend, which we all will be there for that one. So, but I do want to say congratulations to Whitney. That's awesome. I mean, you much deserved, well deserved. And I tune in every Tuesday. So now I'm definitely going to be tuning in, because if I get annoyed with that loser, that redhead, at least I have you, Ace, and JR to fall back on.
Okay.
The other redhead. I said loser, so you knew it wasn't you.
Yeah. It has to be said, though. There's people watching. JR, do you have anything going on you need to promote this weekend?
Not this weekend, sir. Thank you.
No, but we'll see you in Rochester for the next. Tom and I, of course, Absolute Pro Wrestling, Gold Rush 5,
3.
10-man. Oh, fuck yeah.
5-man or 10
Gold Rush, yeah. Gold Rush 3. 5-man teams for a 10-man main event. And that's going down this Saturday, Waterloo, Cedar Valley Sportsplex.
Real quick, if anybody is in the Twin Cities area, tomorrow night, I got this thing at House of Comedy, Joke Roulette, literally on the fly comedy. We'll be giving ideas, words, or whatever, just make a whole joke out of. It's the close to improv stand-up wants to get to, so
man, I sure hope you get top shelf.
Could you imagine if I got top shelf? My God, they'll have to shut the show down because I won't stop fucking talking.
Oh, geez. Anyways,
what's new?
Yeah, there you go. Go ride a roller coaster and then go see Tom perform comedy. All at MOA tomorrow. Yeah. Well, that's the show, guys. Next week we have brand new up and comer to the Midwest wrestling scene. Sadie Bell is going to join us next week.
Nice. Very cool.
Perfect. You've been watching us on Twitch, you've been watching us on YouTube, or you've been watching us on X. Thank you so much. We appreciate it, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.